Hello everyone, and welcome to English Story Radio channel. Today, I'm excited to share an English story with you. If you enjoy this story and want to see more like it, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way, you'll be the first to know when I upload new content. Without further ado, let's get started. It was a dark and dreary day. The rain was pouring down heavily, and the streets, buildings, and sidewalks all looked wet and slippery. Jack, a young man in his mid-20s, was feeling particularly annoyed on this gloomy day. He had been struggling with controlling his temper for some time now, and it was starting to affect his relationships with his friends. Jack's temper would flare up at the slightest provocation, and he would lose his cool, shouting and throwing things around. His friends had noticed this behavior, and it was starting to take a toll on their friendship. They had tried talking to him about it, but Jack always brushed them off, insisting that he had his anger under control. As they were hanging out at a coffee shop, Jack lost his temper over something trivial. His friends tried to calm him down, but he stormed out of the coffee shop in anger, leaving his friends behind. Later that day, as he was sitting alone in his apartment, Jack realized that he needed to do something about his anger. He didn't want to lose his friends because of his behavior. So, he decided to seek help and started seeing a therapist who specialized in anger management. At his first therapy session, Jack was hesitant and guarded. He felt like he was admitting weakness by seeking help. However, the therapist was understanding and patient. She helped Jack understand his triggers and taught him techniques to control his temper. She taught him to identify his thoughts and feelings, and to recognize when he was about to lose his cool. She also taught him to take deep breaths and count to 10 whenever he felt angry. She suggested mindfulness meditation to help him relax and stay calm. Over the next few weeks, Jack continued to see his therapist regularly. He practiced the techniques he learned in therapy and started to see a change in himself. He was more patient, calmer, and less reactive. He even noticed that he was starting to enjoy spending time with his friends again. One day, Jack's friends invited him on a hike in the mountains. It was still raining, but Jack felt more relaxed and in control of his emotions. They hiked through the rain, and Jack found that being in nature helped him stay grounded. As they were resting under a tree, the rain stopped, and the sun started to come out. Jack felt a sense of peace and gratitude for his friends and the beautiful scenery around him. Suddenly, a gust of wind knocked a tree branch loose, and it fell dangerously close to Jack. He felt his temper rise, but he remembered the techniques he learned in therapy. He took a deep breath, counted to 10, and remained calm. His friends saw the whole thing and were impressed by how well he handled the situation. They told him how proud they were of him for keeping his cool. From that day on, Jack continued to practice anger management techniques, and his relationships with his friends improved. He was grateful for the rainy day that had led him to seek help, and for the hike that had given him the opportunity to test his progress. In the end, everyone was happy, and Jack felt more in control of his emotions than ever before. He had learned that seeking help was not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. He had also learned that controlling his temper was not about suppressing his feelings, but about understanding them and managing them in a healthy way.